Today we're going to talk about how to murder the murder hobo, that infidel. To kill a murder hobo infidel is not murder. It is the path to righteousness. And we're going to do it by using the monster manual. In Appendix B of the monster manual, there's a lot of NPCs there that you can easily use to put your game back on track after that murder hobo gets out of control. These murder hobos have to go, hey, hey, ho, ho. These murder hobos have to go, hey, hey, ho, ho. One of the first methods I want to show you for controlling that murder hobo is a commoner uprising. Anytime there's a village, try to make sure there's 20 to 50 people there. If that murder hobo murders, you have all these commoners that can step in and essentially stop that murder hobo. Maybe just the act of all these commoners seeing someone they know, someone they love being murdered is going to get them to unite and kill that murder hobo. Why? Because we don't need that kind of player in our game. And if you're worried about what am I going to do after I kill this murder hobo, there's a website called fastcharactersheetbuilder.com. Immediately create that character and let them play again. Another thing we can do is within the town, there's a veteran. He's retired. He's not interested in getting involved. But again, if that murder hobo decides to be a murder hobo, we're going to kill the murder hobo. What are we going to do? We're going to take that stat blocks. We can either double those hit points if we need, depending on the level that your characters are, or we can just unleash him as he is. This murder hobo will cause this hidden veteran to come out to attack them. Is there law in that town? I am the law! Typically, these small towns have one person who's in charge of making sure other NPCs don't get out of control. This is going to be the sheriff or the marshal. But the point is, you can use the night stat block. This is a pretty decent stat block, 52 hit points. But if you need to, double that to make sure that the character is strong enough to take on this murder hobo. Now, if that one shot ends and everybody convinces that murder hobo to stop murdering, another thing you can do is have a revenging hero. That person they murdered could have a relative or a friend that's actually a hero. In this case, I'm looking at a gladiator stat block. You can easily turn this guy into a hero non-player character that could come in looking for that murder hobo. Another thing we can do that's related to that is maybe a family member comes to town, realizes that their loved one is missing, and actually hire a bounty hunter to find that murder hobo. Here I put a stat block of the assassin. You can see it has plenty of things that it can do. So another way to alleviate that murder hobo is have a priest come out, a holy man, trying to stop him and potentially even heals the dead commoner or whoever they decided to kill, one of the NPCs they decided to kill. This priest can revive them. Now, this kind of causes the situation to be neutralized and get it back to base, right? But if that murder hobo insists on attacking the priest, you can always double his hit points, give him more bonuses. Make sure you prepare these spells ahead of time. Now, another thing to think about, this priest could be part of a cleric order, paladin order. Again, if this priest goes missing because the murder hobo decides to kill him, then you can easily create a situation where paladins and clerics come looking for this priest. Now, let's say all chaos breaks loose, all right? For some reason, all your players decide to not only kill the one NPC, but kill all the commoners that are getting involved in the battle. You can easily take all these 5 different stat blocks, create an anti-adventuring party that essentially can one day hunt down that party for the things they had done at that small town, if things get that bad. And that's pretty much it, everybody. How to stop that murder hobo from causing problems. The first thing you can do to prevent murder hobos is by sending out that one page I showed you, the 2 components or the 2 pillars of a successful D&D game. Make sure you highlight that there's no murder hobos in your game, and you can always turn that NPC death into some type of mission that they have to do to right their wrong in that campaign. I hope that was useful for you. This is Don Franco 3 with RPG Boons, where we talk about everything RPG and how everything is RP. Please hit the subscribe button. Leave a comment if you'd like. I would respond to it. Until then, see you next time.